Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to clean and prep lobster tails for grilling. We're going to cut the lobster tails and clean the lobster tails so it's ready for you to grill. So let's get started. First things first, I always like to wash my lobster tails before diving in and cutting them or doing anything to them. Here we have two large lobster tails, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna make a slit, a cut right through the shell, right down the center. I like to use a knife. You can also use some shear scissors if that's what you have around the kitchen. But either way, to prep these lobsters, we do wanna cut through the shell, not through the actual lobster, as you will see later on in the video. Once my lobster is in position, I'm then going to make a slice right down the shell. I'm going to poke it first. It just makes it a little bit easier to cut when you are using a knife. Then you're just going to slice right through the lobster shell. You don't want to cut all the way through the lobster. You just want to get through the actual shell of the lobster. Once you've made your cut, you're then going to want to separate the shell from the actual lobster itself. You can use your fingers to do this next process. I actually like to use a spoon. I feel like it makes it a lot easier to separate the shell of the lobster from the actual lobster. Once I've used the spoon to prep the shell and separate it from the lobster, I then like to go in with my fingers and do the rest. Remember, we're not taking the lobster out of the shell completely. We just want to separate it from the shell so we can prep it, clean it, so then we can get it on the grill. Once the lobster has been separated from the shell, you do want to just raise it up and place it on top of the shell, because this is how we're essentially gonna wash it. Then we're gonna season our lobster, and then we're gonna get these babies on the grill. I like to make a little slit. We're not cutting through the lobster. I'm just gonna open it up, and we're gonna take a look at the lobster to see if there's any dark spots. If there are dark spots, we do want to remove that because that's the parts that we don't want to eat. I do like to take a few seconds just to inspect the whole lobster and make sure that there are no, as I said, no dark marks. Once this is done, we're gonna get this under the cold water and we're gonna rinse it off, and then your lobsters will be prepared and ready to go. Don't forget to lift up your lobster and inspect under there too. And there, like I said, if there's any dark places, I personally like to cut them off before actually getting in and cleaning the lobster and preparing it for the grill. Once I removed all the dark spots that I want to, I'm then going to fold the lobster back over the shell, and that's about it. We're going to give the lobster a quick rinse under cold water one more time, and it will be ready for us to go ahead and start seasoning before we get this thing on the grill. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that like button, and if you go ahead and make these lobsters, please let us know in the comments below how they turned out.